intended to strengthen the EFCC Establishment Act 2004 in the performance of their assigned mandate. You can call to mind that this bill was read for the first time in this chamber on Tuesday, 6 December 2022. It is a simple amendment of two sections of the EFCC Establishment Act of 2004, which is intended to bring about a fundamental impact on the professionalization of the Commission and guarantee the safety and security of tenure for the headship of the Commission. The trust. Since Nigeria joined other state parties or signatories to the United Nations Convention Against Corruption 2000 and followed the path of other state parties in the domestication of this Statute of Universal Application in 2004, there has arisen genuine need to fine-tune this piece of legislation to bring it up to speed in meeting with the best international practices that there is. Top on this is the professionalization of the Commission in the fight against corruption. Since inception, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has taken it upon itself in the training of the staff in the academy situated at Karu on the latest and most innovative technological-driven intelligence on combating terrorism and financing, investigation of financial crimes, prosecution, accounting and audit, preventive and regulatory actions, money laundering and cross-border recovery, and repatriation of proceeds of crime, to name but a few. As a new commission, it was understandable that if headship were appointed from outside of the commission for obvious reasons. However, the turning point of the commission came when this administration, which has as its mantra in the fight against corruption, took the pioneering and audacious step by looking inwards in the commission to pick the first executive chairman of the commission, of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, to head it. This is very commendable, and President Muhammad Buhari has carved his name and administration in gold by this very singular action, and posterity will never forget him. All that is required of this parliament is to endorse this executive action by amending the EFCC Establishment Act to restrict non-trained EFCC staff from headship of the Commission going forward. This will enhance professionalism in the service of this anti-graft agency. Second in the thrust of this amendment is the issue of security of tenure for the executive chairman of the Commission. For other anti-graft agencies created through the legislative instrumentality before and later, that is, the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, and Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit, the National Assembly ensured that the headship had security of tenure by ensuring that their appointments and removal, as the case may be, were subject to the confirmation of the Senate. That was not the case with the EFCC. Therefore, in this proposed amendment, it is intended to bring EFCC in conformity with the other two anti-graft agencies of government. This will engender optimal performance of the Commission, performance by the Commission of the very important mandate assigned to it. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, the passage of this bill will go a long way in standing out this ninth Senate as being responsive to the demands of the moment and strengthening institutions rather than individuals in the governance of the country. With respect to Order 76-3 of the Senate Standing Order 2022 as amended, I want to say that there is no financial implication associated with this amendment, as it has to do with an already existing commission. All in all, I urge my colleagues to support the expeditious passage of this bill. Thank you for listening.
Distinguished Senator George, how important it is. Please. How important it is to motivate those in the service, in the commission, if you know that eventually you could become the head of EFCC because there is the security of picking somebody, the head from the system, you work towards it. But then again, on the other side, like Senator Jones' manager indicated, that some people could decide to edge you out or make you fail quickly if you are the head, just because maybe the person next to you wants to facilitate your departure for him to take over. But these things are neither here nor there. And I'll tell you a story. When I chaired the Public Accounts Committee of the Senate, we had a situation where the Auditor General for the Federation had to be picked. And this issue of picking from within or picking from outside was debated between us and people on the other side of government. Eventually, somebody from outside was picked. And it took the grace of God for that person to survive. Those inside, the directors, particularly the senior ones, who felt one of them should be, were frustrating that person. So even if somebody comes from outside, he could still be frustrated. It's not only limited to somebody within the system, because you frustrate the person there, maybe you are the most senior director you become, and then the next person to you knows what you did, and he will perfect his act. Maybe he doesn't allow you to sit down before he starts looking for your seat. So what we need to do is really to ensure that while picking from inside, we should know it's a political appointment at that point. So whoever is picked from inside is political, because it will come down to who is the most senior. People will argue, but that kind of appointment is not who is most senior. It's not career at that point. So some people could be disadvantaged. They may be the senior most, but maybe when it comes to picking, none of them could be picked, and it becomes an issue. So let's tie down this thing properly when we come to public hearing. Or the committee should work hard to ensure that while we are looking for somebody from inside, that person, when picked, should be able to survive, should be able to have the support of his colleagues to succeed. But I also agree with the position canvassed by Senator Samegu. He supports the bill, but also maybe people will be coming from somewhere else with fresh ideas to introduce fresh air in the system. These things, every argument has something to offer. But I believe that we should encourage people from inside to grow to be the leaders of the commission. So those in favor that this bill be now read a second time, say aye. Aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk of the Senate. A bill for an act to amend the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission Act 2004 to subject the termination of the appointment of the chairman of the commission to the confirmation of the Senate of the National Assembly in order to guarantee the security of tenure and for other connected matters 2022 second reading taken, and the bill is referred to the Committee on Anti-Corruption and Financial Crimes to report by within 4 weeks. Leader of the Senate.
Mr. President, distinguished colleagues,